Dear students, in the last class, we have studied about the metal clusters. In these metal clusters, we have studied the two types, carbonyl cluster and halide type of clusters. In the carbonyl clusters, we have studied no low nuclearity carbonyl clusters and high nuclearity carbonyl clusters with examples and the calculation of EAN also. Now, in the today's class, let us we study the electron counting scheme for high nuclearity carbonyl clusters. The Wade, a scientist, suggested that the same rules which are applicable for determining skeletal bonding in polyhedral closo, nido, and arachnoboranes are also applicable to the corresponding polynuclear carbonyl clusters. Thus, M plus 1 electron pair rule applicable to closoboranes is also applicable to closocarbonyl clusters. Similarly, M plus 2 and M plus 3 electron pair rules are also applicable to nido and arachnocarbonyl clusters. In order to obtain the total electron count from the skeletal electron pairs available for bonding the metal atoms of a cluster, the Wade suggested the following points, and these are also called Wade's rules. Now let us we study these Wade's rules one by one. The first rule states add all the valence electrons of all the metal atoms in the carbonyl clusters. The second, add 2 electrons for each carbonyl group. Whether terminal or bridged to the total valence electrons obtained in the step 1. Add 1 electron for each negative charge to the total electrons in the step 2, that is 1 plus 2 if any. Add the 1 electron to the, if hydrogen is present in the cluster, that is hydrido cluster. Add 4 electrons if carbon is present in the cluster, called carbido cluster. Similarly, add 5 electrons if nitrogen or phosphorus is present in the cluster, called nitrido clusters and phosphido clusters, to the total electrons in the step 3. In addition to electrons necessary for skeletal bonding, each metal atom utilizes 12 electrons for non-skeletal bonding with the carbonyl groups. So the 12 electrons for each atom has to be subtracted. This is an important assumption. The geometrical shape of polyhedral carbonyl clusters as predicted from Wade's rules are given in the table. Now in this table, let us we take an example of hexarhodium dohexacarbonyl. In this, we have 6 rhodium atoms. Each rhodium contains 9 electrons in the valence shell. Therefore, total valence electrons are 9 into 6, it is 54. Now, each carbonyl gives 2 electrons. Since there are 16 carbonyls, therefore 32 electrons comes from the carbonyl. So add the 32, it becomes 54 plus 32 becomes 86. So the total electrons are 86. Now, each, as I have said, the rhodium gives 12 electrons and 6 rhodium are there. 12 into 6 becomes 72 electrons. These are used for non-skeletal bonding. Therefore, the total electrons remained is 86 minus 72 divided by 2 will become 7. Now, in this, the cluster, we have 6 rhodium atoms. So, the M becomes the total 6. So, therefore, it belongs to the 6 atoms. So, to become total 7, it belongs to a class 6 plus 1. Or we can say this as M plus 1. So, therefore, this particular complex belongs to Closio. So, hence, this complex is having a structure Closio. 6 the metal atoms are there. Hence, 6 vertex polyhedron or octahedron structure, and it is a Closio-carbonyl. Let us take another example, that is pentaosmium dohexacarbonyl. In this pentaosmium dohexacarbonyl, so 5 osmium atoms are there. Each osmium atom contains 8 electrons in the valence shell. Therefore, total valence electrons are 8 into 5, that is 40. Now, the 16 carbonyls are attached to this complex. So, the electrons from the 16 carbonyls is 32 electrons. So, therefore, add 32 to the 40, it becomes 72 electrons. Now, as you know, the 12 electron per atom has to be subtracted. So, here 5 atoms are there. 12 into 5, 60 electrons. So, therefore, the skeleton electron pair will be now 72 minus 60 divided by 2. It becomes 6. So, in this, the cluster, we have 5 atoms. So, the 6 I can write as 5 plus 1. So, therefore, the cluster also belongs to the class Closio because it is M plus 1. And the cluster is Closio 5 vertex polyhedron, or it is having trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Now, let us take another example, that is pentaosmium, the dopentacarbonyl carbido. Let us study here what would be the structure. Now, you know, the osmium, there are 5 osmium atoms. The valence electron in the osmium is 8. So, 8 into 5, 40 electrons. Now, the 15 carbonyls, the contribution from the carbonyls will be 15 into 2, 30 electrons. And each carbon atom gives 4 electrons. So, therefore, it becomes 40 plus 30 plus 4, it becomes 74. Now, in this, from each atom, the metal atom, 12 electron has to be subtracted. So, since there are 5 osmium atoms, 12 into 5 becomes 60. So, that is 74 minus 60 divided by 2, it becomes 7. Now, in this, the cluster, we have 5 metal atoms. So, therefore, this belongs to the class 5 plus 2. It becomes 7. So, 5 plus 2 is nothing but it is M plus 2. So, M plus 2 belongs to the class the Nido. Therefore, this cluster is having the Nido structure. Similarly, if I take another example, Fe4CCO12, and it is having 2 minus charge. So, let us calculate fast. So, each iron atom is having 8 electrons, 4 iron atoms 32 electrons. So 12 carbonyl groups each gives the 2 electrons. So 32 plus 24, carbon is there, 4 electron, and this whole cluster is having the 2 minus charge. That 2 electrons to be added, it becomes 62. Now each iron contributes the 12 electrons. So the 12 into 4 is 48. You subtract 62 minus 48 upon 2 becomes 7. Now in this cluster we have 4 metal atoms. So therefore, it belongs to 4 plus 3, which it becomes 7. So this belongs to M plus 3 configuration. So M plus 3 is nothing but it is having arachno structures. So this complex is having arachno structure, and this is how you have to calculate the other complexes, and you must know how to calculate the structures for these metal clusters. Now let us take the another, that is halide type of clusters. In halide type of clusters, the metal atoms are in relatively higher oxidation states. It may be plus 2 or plus 3. These clusters are formed by the first few members of the second and third transition series, namely niobium, tantalum, molybdenum, tungsten, and rhenium. Many clusters of this type contain multiple, that is double or triple metal-metal bonds. The best known dinuclear cluster of this type is the Re2X8 having 2 minus charge, that is dirhenium octahalide, having a charge minus 2, and dimolybdenum octachloro, having the charge 4 minus. These clusters possesses two types of conformations, namely eclipsed form and another one is staggered form. Eclipsed and staggered conformations are shown in the figure. The trinuclear halide type of cluster, that is Re3X9, is shown in the figure. Its structure is having the metal-metal bonding. Now in this, the tetranuclear halide type of a cluster, that is tetramolybdenum octachloro tetra trialkyl or aryl phosphine. That structure is also shown in the figure. Coming to the lastly, the structure of dirhenium octachloro having a charge 2 minus. The best known dinuclear cluster is this. In this structure, rhenium-rhenium bond distance is 2.20 angstrom, which is shorter than the normal bond distance, that is 2.75 angstrom between the two rhenium atoms in bulk metal. It exhibits eclipsed conformation. Electronic configuration of rhenium in outer shell is 5d5 6s2. The dx square minus y square, s, px and py orbitals of each rhenium atom hybridize to give 4 dsp2 hybrid orbitals, which accommodate the 8 electrons donated by the 4 chloride ions attached to each rhenium atom. According to molecular orbital theory, the bond order is 4. This shows that between the two rhenium atoms we have 4 bonds. This indicates between the two rhenium atoms there exist 4 bonds, out of which one is sigma bond, 2 are pi bonds, and another one is delta bond. This is a unique structure having a delta bond. The compound is diamagnetic in nature. It is royal blue in color. The color is due to delta-delta star transition. Students, this delta bond you are going to study in higher standards. The delta bond between the two rhenium atom is due to the overlapping of two dxy orbitals. Now, before doing this, here I have shown the structures of the compounds. Here the structure of the Re3Cl9 and various other structures are also given. The quadrupole bonds. So as we have discussed, Re2Cl8, what would be the structure of this compound and how the electronic transition takes place, that is given here. Thank you, students.